Hi crafters, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm G, and we are so happy that you're with us. Maudie, my sister, and I are on this crafting journey together, and we have so much fun. And today we have created a double Dutch door. Now you might call it just a Dutch door fun fold, but we're gonna go ahead and call it a double Dutch fun fold. Now look at this card. You see how it sets up? It folds just so perfectly, and then you can set it up on your desk. And once again, this is what I like to call a keepsake card. So let's head down to the crafting table and let me show you how to make this. The first thing you're going to need to do is grab you a piece of cardstock. And what's so fantastic about this card is it really only takes 2 pieces. Now you can use mats, which of course we will, and you can add flowers and embellishments. But in terms of the actual card, you only need 2 pieces. So grab your trimmer, and the base card is going to be cut at 9 4 1/4. Now I want to remind you, all the measurements are going to be over on creativemomentsbyg.com. Just click on my blog. So let's turn this long ways and let's cut this at 9. Now we're going to go ahead and cut the short side at 4 1/4. And then we just have a score line to make. So turn it long ways and we're going to score at 5 1/2. Now that is your base card. Now while we have this trimmer down, let's go ahead and make our doors that go to the bottom of the card. So we already have this piece, but it's too short. So let's get in this long piece and let's cut it at 2 1/4 on the short side. And let's cut it at 8 1/2 on the long side. Now, you want to go ahead and score on both sides of this, and the score line is going to be 2 1/16. So let's just get it at 2 1/16, and now take it out, flip it over, and do the same thing, 2 1/16. This is a quick card, but it is just so beautiful. Maudie and I were so excited to see this. Now, we've made one before, so if you want to check that out on an earlier video that we have, you can do that. But this one is, don't tell anybody, so much prettier. So let's put our trimmer aside and let's go ahead and just crease these score lines on the base part of our little card right here. So I'm just going to use my bone folder, get that creased. I'm going to take my base card and I'm going to get this crease. Now make sure it lines up perfectly. Give it a good crease. And really, that's your card. Look at this. You slide this in and there you have it. But of course we want to decorate it. So we're going to double mat this top flap and these flaps down here. So now to do that, we're going to bring in this beautiful copper clay cardstock. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? It actually matches my shirt. So for this one, this is going to be the first mat on this flap right here. And this size is 4 by 3 1/4. So let's go ahead and cut that. And now look at the beautiful paper that I am bringing in as the second mat. Is that gorgeous? It's pretty peacock with some gold overlay. Oh my goodness. Now you need to decide which way do you want your lines to go. Do you want them to go horizontal or do you want them to go up and down? And I think I want mine to go vertical. So I'm going to cut this as the second mat and I'm going to cut it as 3 3/4. So let's just get that, 3 3/4 by 3. And let's see if that is right. So here we have it. We're going to mat it like this, and we're going to mat this right on the top. Now look how beautiful that looks. Let's go ahead and get that laid down. So I'm going to bring in my glue. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. Now, I have been using this all morning, so it looks really loved, doesn't it? So let's just go ahead, and I'm going to just kind of turn that over so there's no sticky. Bring in my glue. Let's get this laid down. Now I'm going to lay on the top mat. And look at that. Oh my goodness. Just beautiful. Now let's go ahead and get these matted up. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and cut this, and we're going to cut it at 1 7/8 by 2. We need 2 of those, so let's go ahead and do that. 1 7/8 by 2. Let's see if this one is just what we need, so we have 2 pieces. Now we're going to cut this one at 1 5/8. Now once again, you need to make sure that your lines go the same direction. And so we're going to cut this at 1 5/8. And remember a little tip. Where is 1 5/8? Well, I always think of it as being 1/8 past the half mark. For some reason, that really works for me. So 1 5/8 by 1 7/8. It's a little bit, it's not quite a square. And so here we have it. And it's going to go right on our little flap. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Okay, let's get this other one cut. 1 5/8 by 1 7/8. Now let's get these glued down. Okay. Now let's go ahead and just add some glue right here and add it to the back of our base card. You want to make sure the bottom matches up. So once you get that laid down, go ahead and stand it up and just make sure that this bottom matches. Now look at that. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. Was that quick? Yes, it was. So now all we need to do is decorate, and let me show you what we're doing. We have cut some ovals, the largest and then a smaller one. I'm going to stamp a sentiment from this beautiful autumn leaves stamp set. Oh my goodness, you are going to love these fall colors. And you know why we decided to do this card is because it has been so hot here in southern New Mexico, and we are so ready for it to cool off. So I wanted to do some fall leaves. Now we also used our stitched oval dies to get these 2 sizes. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this beautiful message from this stamp set, and it is with a grateful heart. Now I'm going to stamp it in Night of Navy, and I'm going to stamp it down here as far as I can go and get everything in, because I have some beautiful leaves to bring in. And look at that. Just gorgeous. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this up on some dimensionals and add it to this back oval. Okay, I took the backing off. We're just going to add it to the front. And I'm going to stamp some leaves. Now, I'm bringing in this big leaf from the stamp set. I'm going to use copper clay on it. And I want to show you a little tip. Now, if you bring this in and you really ink it up well, and you push really hard, well, you get some good dimension. But you even get a little more dimension when you don't push quite as hard. And this is where this gold overlay is going to go. So really take that into consideration. Now I'm going to bring in some pecan pie, and I'm going to stamp these little small leaves right here. Look at that. Such great definition. Now, this stamp set has these dies. Well, I ordered the dies with it, the bundle. And the dies look just like this. So I went ahead and I cut out the leaves. And can you see the gold overlay that I added? Oh, yes. Now, I also cut out the gold overlay for my big leaf, but I want to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in a sticker maker, and now I added this to my Amazon store, so if you're interested, you can just head over to Amazon and pick it up. Or you can type in sticker maker. And we just slip it right in here, and then we pull it through. Tear it off, and now you just do this. Now let me show you what happens. It turns this into a fantastic sticker. So I want to show you the gooey. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Can you see that? I'm not sure you can see it, but there is sticky on there. Now someone asked, what about the glue in between the areas? You know what? You will not see that. You will not see that. So let's go ahead and just tear this off. See the glue right there? Okay. And we're going to lay this right on our leaf. Just kind of. Now, look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Now I also used the die set to cut out some additional leaves that we're going to place on our oval. So let's go ahead and do that. But before we do that, I want to remind you, stay with us because I'm going to discuss the double Dutch door that I showed you, but I also have another one to show you that we think you're going to love. So the first one that we're just going to kind of place down is we're going to put this one about right here. I want to get everything placed before we decide exactly where we want it. So let's just kind of play with it just a little bit. We're going to put this one right here. I think I'll put this one right there. Let's see. And then slip this one right underneath right here. Okay, so we know we need a little bit of glue right there, just on this bottom part. So let's just get that right there. And I'm gonna just slip this behind. So we're gonna get a little glue here. I'm going to bring this one down, and we might, okay, I'm going to set this one up on a dimensional. Now look at that. That's going on the front of our card. Now let's look at this. Oh my goodness! Isn't it beautiful? Love it. Now when it stands up, it's going to stand like this, and this is going to be on the inside. So I'm going to put this about right here. So I'm going to add some dimensionals right at the top. I just took off the backing, and now let's just get this there. Now we still need to add the inside. So we already have this cut, and we're just going to perhaps maybe stamp these two leaves right there just to give us a little color. So tap, tap, tap. Look at that. Love these colors. Add a little bit of glue. And here is our final card. What do you think about this? Now, as we go through our 3 cards, we hope that you take a moment and leave a comment. So here's the card, and this is how it would set up. Unfortunately, you can't really see what it would look like, but let me try to show you. This is what it looks like setting up on your desk. And like I always say, this is a keepsake card. I would love to have this on my work desk. So it sets up just like this, perfectly. But I want you to see the front of it, so I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. We showed you this one. Now look how beautiful this is. We added some flowers. We triple matted this a little bit. We added just a very small oval behind it, added some leaves, added our gems, and then look at this inside. It almost looks like candy, doesn't it? These colors are just so pretty. And once again, when it sets up just like this on your desk. Just love this. Okay, now we have one more. We decided to make a Christmas card. What do you think about this? Look at the front of it. We added these on dimensionals, added some silver stars, this beautiful saying, wishing you the best and brightest holiday season. And then you open it up, and we have stamped some additional stars. Now, when you set this up, this sets up just like this on your desk. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, just so elegant. I want to invite you to take a moment, leave a comment. Which is your favorite? Maudie and I would love to know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy double Dutch card. We absolutely love it. If you received a little inspiration, would you take a moment and like, share, and subscribe? Maudie and I want you to go out and have a fantastic week, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.